just double check. This is Facebook Live, and I'm just gonna make sure that. Let's see. Can you say hello? 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
And I'm just gonna make sure that. Can you say hello? 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Excellent. All right, we are live, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, after a long time, back and forth, I'm here with one of, to me, one of the best lyricists, composer, musicians, that I've heard in the, I don't know, probably the past few years.
Thank you.
Mark
I appreciate that.
So, Mark, I've been following your work, more than anything the past few days, when we arranged for this interview. And this is pretty cool. I mean, so like by listening all your records, I feel that you have so much, so much deepness in your lyrics, right? And tell me a little bit about the latest record, for example, the Kill the Cat. So tell me about that experience. How do you write those songs? How's the process, to get a record out there in the market,
So a lot of it's pretty much real life situations or people that I tend to write about or people I know or my own personal experiences. I tend to journal and write about, and that's kind of my therapy on life as a songwriter. So I put these songs together. I kind of demo them out at my house, and then I bring them to my band, and we put them together. And it's a long process, a lot of work, but eventually we end up with a pretty cool journal of my songs and my stories and my lyrics and my music. And that's where we kind of end up. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's your favorite song from Kill the Cat? If you can choose one, right?
It's hard. It's hard to pick a favorite song because they're all they're all personal and they're all dear to me. So there's no really favorite songs. I like Hard to Say, one of my favorites. I like the way that came out. I like Alabama came out great on that record. Hey Mama came out pretty good.
What about Free?
You go into Free is great. Yeah, Free. I brought in Government Mule, Matt App and Interview from Government Mule, the rhythm section. Played on that, and that's a real positive, uplifting song. It's all stuff I throw out there and hope for the best. I love all the songs. Some of them don't always come out like I expect, but they all make the light of day as far as the records go.
And so far going back to the song which is one of my favorites, right? Free is a song. The name Free, Free, number 14 on the track of
Free,
of Kill the Cat. So one thing that I love is that you say everything that makes me happy, right? I don't recall exactly the words, but everything that makes me happy is for free, right? I don't know, dance on the living room with my wife, where we have a cup of coffee. I picture myself doing that with my kids, And
exactly. Yeah.
So tell me, because I think free, the word free and happiness, right? So there must be some parallel, and this song kind of embraces both, right? The happiness is not always related to money or material things, most of the time happiness is related to family, friends, so how did you get the inspiration for that song, in your everyday life?
Because the inspiration for that is basically because money doesn't buy happiness, and nothing buys happiness except things that like you said, family, friends, relationships, and those are three things mainly that bring happiness to anybody. And money is just something we have to deal with to get to live and survive, but it doesn't bring happiness. So basically, everything I get is for free.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Awesome.
mean? Like anything that means anything in life basically comes for free. Despite the fact that, yeah, money is continual, it definitely gets you through hardships and continues to make you live on it. But it's really your relationships with people and family are the things that are most important, and those you get for free
Hmm.
if you work for them.
And I was noticing, I was following the charts, and Lucy Blues is like, again, from the album Don't Kill the Cat. It's one of the most popular. Is that what people ask the most when you play live?
Yeah, when I do like a lot of acoustic shows, they ask for that song. That's just like an intimate, really personal song about a father-daughter relationship that I went through, and it hits close to home with a lot of parents and just raising kids and having daughters or sons or whatever. So I get that requested a lot when I do acoustic shows. I'm not sure it's the same one because it's not really
Hey, Mark, you're breaking down a little bit. Like there's something in between the phone and is it possible? Because I hear like the voice is going away for a second.
You hear me now?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
Yeah.
so I have Lucy Blues. Let's see if technology works. Let's listen Lucy Blues for a few seconds, and we'll be right back.
All those lessons that I taught, I thought that I was on the mark. I guess I failed, I guess I didn't do my part. I only did my very best to put a roof over your head. I taught you how to surf those waves to keep a smile on your face. Yes, I know the times were tough, never seemed to be enough. Pounding nails and broke my back and gave it all to you. Well, this here ain't no excuse. I didn't mean to come off rude, but one only gets what they choose. I hope you make the right choice. And Daddy's girl got mad, now she making Daddy mad, and on and on and on the story goes. Just a Daddy's girl got mad, Daddy doing all he can, and on and on and on the story goes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nothing comes easily, still I manage to make ends meet. To get you grown, to get you.
Well, let's keep talking. Because I was testing everything before the interview, and everything was working. But of course, the
Of course, it doesn't
merge.
work, right?
Well, it's better to
Okay.
hear your voice, bro.
Whatever, you'll figure it out, man. Are you getting the recording now?
Yeah, no, we are
What we're
live.
talking
We are
about?
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Perfect.
Let me double check. Yeah, we're Facebook Live.
You'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, I'm testing. Your voice is out. Let's see if my voice is high too. But Facebook Live. Yeah, we're all good. I hope we have some viewers. I don't care if we have viewers or not, because like you say, it makes me so happy to talk about music, and I don't make any money about it, about these interviews or YouTube or whatever. So I want people to know the artist. Sometimes I see some
Yeah, that's
podcasts.
awesome.
I see some
Good job.
podcasts.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, but I see podcasts where they only talk about things that are superficial, and
Yeah.
and you as a writer, musician, all of the above, right? So it's better to know like one musician told me the artist behind the canvas, like the painter,
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do tonight, and so you have like. In the past few years, you have 3 albums out there. One is Kill the Cat that we were talking about like a few minutes ago. Then you have this is with the unsung heroes, right?
Right.
and the previous one is Mark Knight, is solo band. So
Right.
that means that some musicians in your band, like couldn't make it for that record, or something else, and then you guys came back for this latest record.
So I put out actually like five solo records. One was Perfect American Family, which I started
Oh yeah, yeah,
doing solo stuff, and then I did Bone Roll Tight. That was with Matt Apps from Government Mule and the drummer. We put something together, and then from there I formed the Unsung Heroes, and we did Road Sick Eyes with Reeve Downs from Rhino Bucket, Chick Kettler from Bang Tango,
Okay.
myself, and Mark Tremalio on guitar. That was that band. And then from there, I did a solo record, which was pretty acoustic, called just Mark Knight, titled
Okay.
by myself. And after that, I went in and put a band together around another record that I wrote called Don't Kill the Cat. That's
Okay.
where we're at.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And as we are growing older, right? Do you think that the message in your lyrics is stronger or more powerful? Like compare yourself from when you were 18 years old, that you started writing, when you were a
Right.
teenager, to now. You think that, I mean, of course, right? You put your lyrics are smarter, better, but in terms of the message behind.
Well, I kind of like fell into this lyric thing post Bang Tango. So when I was in Bang Tango, my previous band,
Yes.
I didn't write the lyrics. I played guitar. I was a guitarist,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden I started like really, finding my way as in different music directions, and I became a fan of Bob Dylan and all these lyricists that wrote great, amazing songs. And I started like writing my own lyrics and being like, yeah, man, I got some things to say. And and Bang Tango didn't work out because I was the guitar player. You can't write lyrics, but honestly, I was coming on to some kind of cool ideas and where I wanted to go. And eventually, I started writing my own songs, and the band broke up, and I became kind of a lyricist and doing my own thing.
Okay.
And that evolved in like 1996, and then I got obsessed with the writing
Okay.
and writing lyrics and being a singer-songwriter.
Okay. So, and this is a question as an artist, as a musician, right? So forget about your work. So, again, going back to the message of the lyrics, to the writing. So, when you look for to add more value to the words, does the music you put less value in the music, like meaning you do something rhythmic, very classic, and and you put all the power into the words, because I'm telling you this because there are some messages, like for example, I don't know, like a tsunami of karma, something. So there,
Yeah.
if you say something like that, right, and you have like a heavy song behind it, probably all the message is going to be lost in the sound, right? So tell
That's
me,
a really, really, really good question, and probably one of the most intelligent questions I've been asked in a long time.
yes.
Because two things. You don't want to compete with the riff of the guitar and the loudness of the band as opposed to the message of the lyric and what you're singing. So as a singer, songwriter, guitar player, I compete with that sometimes, which is, sometimes I'm realizing, oh man, maybe I'm putting too much into like, the actual riff or the actual loudness of the guitar and this and that, and I'm getting away from what I want to say. So that's a good question.
Awesome. Maybe you can put me in the what is it called, thanks to, in the thanks on the back of the cover of your next record. Just kidding, bro.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm an Argentinian.
No, that's
I
a
wanna
really
be
good
everywhere.
question because nobody ever thinks about that. That's like a very artistic question. Like, You know, you're putting too much into your loudness of your guitar and your riff, and you're getting away from the message of what you're trying to sing. So as a singer, songwriter, and musician, I have to do both those things. So I have to balance that. And sometimes I'm like, well, am I taking away from the lyric by playing a cool riff, or am I taking away from the cool riff by singing a lyric? So that's a good point.
Yep. So how do you start when you write a song? You start first with the music, or you have first an idea, you know, like a concept, and you wake up in the morning, oh yes, and you write it down, and then you put the music. How's your, you know, like basic day of a musician, you know, for you in your case?
Yeah. So normally it's like a weird, like telepathic thing where you just kind of pull it. Like, I hate to quote Keith Richards, but it's like a radar that you kind of like. These songs just kind of come to people in a certain way where you just grab them out of the sky. And so basically, like, I'll just strum out some random chords or a cool little melody on the guitar, and I'll like it enough to be like ad-lib a vocal or two around it. So I'll start just ad-libbing some random subconscious thought on my mind, and it will just kind of come together where, oh, I got a good lyric, and then I'll build from there.
Nice. That's a great explanation. Thank you. That's what the kind of questions, or you know, what I'm looking for when I talk to, you know, an artist. This is not about, you know, interviewing, I don't know, like Mick Jagger, or, you know, they have the audio tape, they turn it on, and they all always have the same answers, you know, or similar answers. So that's what I'm looking for. And let's go, you know, after Bang Tango, you know, you had like a couple of bands. One was Worry Beds or Worry Breads.
Worry Beads.
And
Worry
Gravy.
Beads.
Breeds. Okay. Worry Breeds. Sorry, my bad. My, you know, my Spanish. My Spanish is betraying me.
Bad. Bad. I like that.
But you had Gravy, right? You had Gravy.
Yeah,
after
Gravy.
that. So what happened there? So after Bang Tango, those were your solo projects, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was basically Mark Knight and the Unsung Heroes.
Okay.
But I named it a different name. I mean, I wrote every song in the band for the most part.
Gotcha.
So, like, Worry Beads was another band that I put together outside of Bang Tango, and I wrote everything. It was kind of like the Wildflowers for Jason, for Bob Dylan's kid, Jacob Dylan. You know, it's like the same kind of concept. So I did the Worry Beads, and then that fell apart, and I did another version of it called Gravy, and then eventually became Mark Knight and the Unsung Heroes.
Awesome. Which is, you know, putting in your name, you know, it kind of put, you know, the personality, you know, there's a relationship between the name of a band with your name and the personality. So, for example, if I say, you know, George Harrison or Keith Richards, you can hear the solo, you know, there's a personality in the solo. So by this is my opinion, right? By adding Mark Knight, you know, and listening to your records, you know, that instead of, you know, having like other names, you know, like Gravy. So
yeah, because it didn't make any sense to me. Honestly, it was like I wrote all the stuff and I did all the energy and I booked the gigs and I wrote the songs. Why are these guys, you know, that weren't really, you know, not that they weren't great players or whoever I was using at the time in that band, but it wasn't really a band effort where I had another powerful source that was coming in with songs, and you know, it wasn't a band. It was like basically me using a band name. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, you know, it's like it just I couldn't do it anymore. So I just titled it myself with the Unsung Heroes, who could be anybody. Because they're all unsung heroes. Whoever I have play with me, for the most part,
great.
They're not heroes; they're unsung.
Yeah, that's like an oxymoron, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know, so English is my second language, as you can notice, right? So you know, I had to put like a lot of thoughts, you know. So to me, it's like, but it's awesome because, you know, I love it. I love the whole equation of a name.
It's like the expensive winos, like Keith Richards and the expensive winos. So I have the unsung heroes who could be anybody.
Yes.
Anybody who's got talent that nobody really recognizes yet or hasn't can be in the unsung heroes. It's an open invitation to find the band that can surround me the right way. You know, it's you know, that was my whole concept.
Love it, man. So, you know, I'm so happy that we went through that part of your life with these two bands after Bang Tango, because, you know, I had kind of, you know, I lost your career for a moment there. I was a huge fan of Bang Tango, because I told you my friend Jorge, let me put him on the screen now. So I have a picture of him with you, you know, and I have to tell everybody that, you know, this guy, Jorge, he went to your house or to your shop or something, and he met you.
He went to my local bar.
There you go.
With his family.
Right now, you know, on the screen, we're seeing, you know, like a picture of you with him. By the way, you're super tall, man. You're like 6 something, right?
The guy's great, man. He came by my local bar. I met up with him, and we had a great time. He has amazing family. I love his family.
Yes. Those
Kids
are my
great.
my
His
nephews.
wife was a sweetheart. You know, great guy.
Patrick. So, you know, on the screen, you know, he brought all your CDs, all of them, and you signed them all. And then there was something on what's it called? On Instagram. He posted on Instagram, you know, oh, look what I got, you know, and he put a picture of all the CDs, you know, which I think is something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm naming this guy because back in the 90s, 1990, you know, he's 10 years older than me, and he's like my big brother, right? So
oh, that's cool.
He had, well, you know, I was like 14. I used to go to all the nightclubs with him. I don't know how he did it. Or you know, having beer, you know, like when I was probably 16, you know. Well, but that in Argentina is legal. In Argentina is legal. Anyways, but I'm telling you this because I remember the exact day he came with the CD, and I think it was 1990. It wasn't 88. It was 1990 or 89. He said, "Look, you have to listen to this band, you know, Bang Tango, you know." And he went, and this band is so, you know, they innovate in music. These are innovators, you know. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. That's where I started, you know. And this is what we used to do on a regular basis: get together and analyze new bands. So I'm happy that we went after. But sorry, I'm talking too much right now. But the reason I'm telling you all this is because I saw on your Facebook that you posted like that there was some sort of a reunion with some former members of Bang Tango, and you guys did something. Can you tell me something about it?
Yeah. The last Unsung Heroes gig we played 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You know, Kyle Stevens, the guitar player, the original guitar player.
Yes.
He's in my band now. He's a permanent member.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, and then Tick Kettler, the drummer from the original Bang Tango.
Yes.
Played with us the other night. So it was the 3 of us, and we went out and did it. I mean, but it's my music. It's our band. You know, we didn't play any Bang Tango songs, but you know, and then. You know, and Kyle, the bass player, is, you know, in the wings. He's our friend. We still talk. And it's basically the 4 of the original guys are still tight.
That's pretty awesome. You still have a friendship or something?
Well, we played.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you're
brothers.
still in touch. I mean, you know, because I don't know your regular on a regular basis if you're in touch or not, because you know how bands are. They get into fights and then they don't talk to each other for 10 years.
Actually, the 4 of us get along pretty well, you know. Everything's cool. I mean,
and what about Kyle?
I've continued to make records and you know, never stopped playing music.
Okay.
Some of them went on to different careers.
Okay.
Some of them semi-retired, but you know, I never stopped playing music. So, you know, I've kind of brought them back here and there, and you know, kept my relationships with them, because you know, nothing like playing music with your brothers. That's the most important thing, you know. And those guys I grew up with, and my music's changed, but they're you know, they're always part of like my music history. So yeah, they're bros.
What about Kyle, the original bass player? Are you still in touch with him? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe you mentioned him and I missed it. Sorry, but
he might play on my next record, actually.
Oh my God! You just gave me great news. That's I'm
Yeah,
happy
so
to hear it.
yeah, so my next record, I've written. Kyle might play some bass parts, so yeah,
Beautiful.
we're all good.
I love it.
Everything's good.
Yeah, Mark. Talking about going back to your to you as an artist. So how many songs you have written there? You know, in your house, probably in the attic, or you know, in your office. That you know, that is
Call
still
it
you know.
studio. It sounds better.
That's funny.
I'm not in an attic. Believe me, I don't live in the. I don't live in the Midwest. I don't have an attic.
Oh,
In
okay.
California.
I have an attic. That's where
I,
and this is my basement, by the way.
I have 15 songs demoed that I've recorded on my home studio, and
Nice.
probably 12 will make the record. That's kind of where I'm at.
All right. Okay. Well, Mark, thank you. It was awesome to talk to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity. You know, so like I say at the beginning, you know, I put this show, this podcast, you know, for guys like you, you know, and people.
You got it.
Not only here in the United States, but you know, outside of the country, you know, overseas, Latin America, where I'm from. I have a bunch of friends, you know, who they follow me. And you know, they're very happy to have news about you, you know, because I know now with Instagram you see a lot of pictures or videos, but you know, talk like a friend, you know, like two friends talking with a beer, you know. This is one kind of my purpose, you know, to bring this to the guys out there, to my friends, and to everybody who likes rock and roll.
Well, thanks for having me, Max. I appreciate your interest in what I'm doing, and thanks for spreading the word. And I'll support your page, and we'll get it out there.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much.
so much. I appreciate it. Take care, and talk to you soon. Peace out.
All right, you take care. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Say hello to Holly, she's there for you. She got a red velvet couch in the back room reserved for two. So if you're feeling sad, sick or scared or blue, they keep it open 7 days, never shut the door on you. Time you roll up your sleeves, get dirty, and leave a little secret in the back pocket of your jeans. And after 9 to 5, it's time you unwind. And leave the gold Rolex in the glove box, leave it behind. You need some tempo, not some